Students raise privacy concerns over using QR codes to get into bathrooms. I don't know why schools are so obsessed with having, you know, every piece of control over children always. But this is one step further in the comparison between school and prison. Now, the biggest surprise of all. Not Huntington Beach, California, because of course it was California. Nobody is surprised by this. In this day and age, QR codes are everywhere. You'll see the little squares displayed in advertisements, restaurants, and even on the corner of Fox 11's newscast. Oh yeah, the article is made by Fox 11, by the way. It also made its way into schools. However, a tracking policy implemented at a high school in Huntington Beach leaves students raising privacy concerns, particularly when they're required to use the QR codes to get into bathrooms. You know, honestly, whoever made that idea is a moron. Because I got this article from a Reddit post and someone made a comment here. Start sharing 2 individual people's QR codes so it looks like they visit the toilet hundreds of times a day. Or have everyone spam the machine with QR codes if they go near it. So they can track the toilet usage. Which is all pretty smart. And I've never really understood it. Like, because you'll hear stories about people vaping up the school bathrooms and it looks like a fucking, like, the mist came through, where the fog is coming, you know, that type of shit. Which I get, that is really annoying, and it's downright kind of cringe. Like, imagine you're like 15 years old, and you have to sneak off to the school bathroom to get your nicotine addiction filled up. That's crazy, but anyway... schools want to get control over it, but they always use the dumbest methods, because it's like, you cannot hang up cameras for obvious reasons in the bathroom, but like with something like, I remember there were stories about when the devious licks were trending, where people would steal shit from the bathrooms, sometimes going as far as stealing entire toilets. Legit, just fucking the entire toilet would have been ripped off the ground. People legit did that, and like they started getting like mandatory times, or like the teacher only had the key or something, and they would have to like walk with you and then wait outside until you were done. Like, all very weird stuff. And now they're trying QR codes. I don't think the devious licks are a problem anymore, but it's just... But the problem is, with these kinds of policies, it's always punishing the people who didn't do anything, and now they have to not be happy and have freedom. When you ask to use the restroom, you have to go and take your phone up and scan the QR code. And then they make you put the phone back down, and then you have to go use the restroom. A student at Edison High School told Fox 11's Hal Eisner, I hope I said that right, but if I didn't, then... get a different name. I don't know. You can't even look at your own timer to see if you're running out of time or not. So, it's timed. So, like, I guess you get, like, 2-3 minutes or something. What happens if you were too late? Like, what if you just had something, you ate something wrong? You're like, I'm gonna shit my fucking pants. I need to scan this QR code to get to the bathroom, because this is crazy. And the teacher's like, alright, do it. But keep your phone here, because fuck you, that's why. Actually, that's not too crazy. Because when I was in high school, a few years back, we also had to put our phone in a little, like, socket. But you would use the phone at all during class. Like, if you go to the toilet, you would just go to the toilet. So you scan the QR code, you put it down, and it starts a timer. I'm assuming 3 minutes. 3 minutes sounds right. I don't know, 3 minutes speaks to me. The way no women ever speaks to me, because they are scared of me, because I look like... this. But okay, back on topic. You just have the shits, like your shit running down your leg, and you need to hurry up because you're shitting. Okay, the shit is coming out of the ass, whether or not you like it. And you sit on the toilet, and you're gonna have to clean up, because that's just a cleanup job that takes a while, you know, whenever you have the shits. And then what? You're too late, and now suddenly, yeah, you got detention because you took too long, because fuck you. That's what you don't deserve freedom. What? We were enough like a prison yet where you hate your life? We're gonna make it worse! I'm a little bit sick. I shouldn't shout this much, but like, holy shit. There's like, I swear, like 50% of the students wants to kill themselves already, and now you're gonna do this type of shit. Like, what? Who thought that this was a good idea? Mental health is already at an all-time low, okay? And now you're gonna do this stupid shit. Like, it's a small thing, right? But it's always small things. And then it's a whole lot of small things. And then you keep adding small things. And then people are not happy. And do stuff. that is very sad. Again, I'm not saying that because of this policy people will kill themselves, but if you are already like deep down in a pit, you know, because I've been there, okay, I know how that feels, and now you have to scan that stupid QR code and you actually want to cry on the toilet for a bit because you're just so fed up with everything. You just need a release, and now you got like a 3-minute, I keep saying 3-minute timer, and if you're doing it for too long, so you either got the shits or you want to kill yourself and you just need to cry for a bit. Fuck you. No, you're gonna get back to this class and you're gonna learn numbers or something, or French. We had to learn French, even though we live in the Netherlands, and I wasn't gonna work anywhere with French people or people who speak French, so that was nice. You're gonna sit here and learn French, even though you're never gonna use it in your entire life, and I already forgot everything I learned in French class, and you're gonna be suicidal because fuck you. Some students are still angry and feel like it's privacy infringement that they've been circulating a petition on change.org saying the policy goes against the government's duty to protect the health and safety of students. Others adds the policy is unconstitutional. I think it's completely disgraceful, said another student. I think it's insane, a third student. On the flip side, the policy allows the school to track where the students are. That's so stupid. Why would you want to know at all times where I mean, I get it, right? If there's an emergency, you want to know where the students are. It's like, it really adds nothing other than the power trip for the school. Because I feel like schools want to just be on a 24/7 power trip. And because they cannot control adults, they have to do it to students because they don't have as much power, or they don't stand up for themselves as much as adults. I swear, like 99% of the because there's some really good teachers, right? But 99% of the teachers are just on a massive power trip all the time. And it's so disgusting because it's like, I get that maybe you've been bullied in your life, and I'm really sorry that happened, right? Because that's unfair and it's horrible. But that doesn't mean that now you can start screaming at like a 13-year-old because he didn't make his homework or he was being loud in your class once. And now you're screaming at him, an adult, in his face, traumatizing little kids because you feel like you've been treated unfairly in this world. Now you're doing it to other people. You're you're worse. You're worse than the bullies. You're worse. It's so crazy. That's why I hated my school life. But once I was almost like 17, I got my beard, right? Because I developed that early. And at that point, I feel like the whole way teachers treated me was so different. Because it's like, you got all these kids with like very smooth faces and like their high-pitched voice, and it's like you can shoot them down no matter what. And then all of a sudden there comes this fat ass, because I had the same fat build, and it came in pretty tall even as a kid, and I came in with like a beard, and it's like now all of a sudden these teachers say nothing to me anymore. It's so weird the way that teachers treated me differently once I looked like I was like 20, even though I was 17. Which reinforces my point. And I know that I'm probably biased because I'm not in the position of teachers. Ignore the voice crack. And I know that a lot of teachers do try, and they really want what's best for the children. But oftentimes, there's like some alcoholic standing in front of the class trying to teach your children something that they're never going to use. And the only reason that it's important is so that they get a piece of paper so that maybe they can get a job, but probably not. Because if I've seen job listings where it's like, yeah, you need a bachelor's degree and you'll get minimum wage, but you also need 2 years of experience, but nobody can have 2 years of experience because they can't work anywhere. But you gotta have 2 years of experience, otherwise we're just not gonna accept you. And you do need the bachelor's degree, so you're massively in debt because you're a moron. And now you have to not get a job because they won't accept you because you don't have your experience. And you can't get your experience because fuck you. Alright, that's kind of what's happening. I mean, in the Netherlands it's a lot better because if I wanted to study something, it would get paid for me. You know, I want to be a truck driver. And first I gotta get my driver's license, so I'm getting my driver's license. Then I have to pay for myself, but I'm very lucky that my parents support me in that. So I'm extremely lucky. I'm in a very privileged position. Then I'm gonna go to a company, you know, a truck company, transport company, and I'm gonna say like, dude, I know you guys need truck drivers because they need truck drivers big time. I'm gonna be like, you can just give me like. You can give me the what's it called, and they'll be like, all right, we'll make sure you'll become a truck driver. Like, we'll give you the lessons, and then you'll get the official license, and then you can work for us in how many years, contract stuff. So I go into the work world then basically without debt, but especially in America, because this is America. Like, it's so crazy how much debt people have, all because they needed a piece of paper, and then still you don't get any jobs. If you get a job, it's a shit one. I'm sorry about that whole rant, but I just found it crazy to track where the students are. I just feel like it's so dumb, but I just don't think that this is for the safety, because later in the article there's been a lot of problems of kids just going and messing around, talking to their friends where they should be in class. Said a student. First of all, Megan, fuck you from the bottom of my heart. I hope you're doing well and I wish you all the best, but fuck you also. So it's like, if that's the reasoning why they do it, then it's not about safety. It's just because they want to hold power over children, and it's weird. I hate it. Yeah, okay, it's no surprise that I very much hate the school system. I think this is just another step above, which makes me so angry, because it's such bullshit. Like, you don't need to know where the kids are all the time. I don't know. Look, I'm not an expert on school, right? But I feel like the experts on school are morons, because there's no way that this is the best system for children. I'm just saying. So anyway, let me know what you think. I mean, the article itself is pretty good, right? But it's also California, so I'm so not surprised that California does something strange and stupid. Because if I know one thing from California, it's almost as bad as Florida. Because I know in Florida, a lot of people are... I mean, the whole Florida man thing, that's always cool. But I feel like California is just weird. I'd see you later.